Hi guys, this is just a side kind of video where I will discuss the basics of recursion because it's a very important topic and we will see later how it can be helpful to us. So yeah, so what is recursion? Well, you can simply define recursion as intuition. Intuition to solve smaller subproblems. So this is what recursion is. Solving smaller subproblems, and we can do it with the help of intuition. I think at least in the beginning we can use intuition and later we can develop our own methods to think about it. So let's try a simple recursion, calculating the factorial. Uh, so this is a very basic recursion. This is a very basic kind of recursion, calculating the factorial. So why I said intuition? Well, because as a kid, I think most of us might have studied about mathematical induction. So it is recursion only, and uh, and what we are going to do is just an extension of like it is kind of a mathematical, it is kind of mathematical induction only, and we will see that. So what we used to do in mathematical induction, we used to assume that first we used to prove that it is that something is true for some particular value, let's say 1, some base value, and then we assume that it is true for value x. No, first I think we saw that we knew that it is true for value 1, then we checked that if it is true for value 1 it is also true for value 2, and then we assume that if it is true for value x, it will be true for value x plus 1, and like that it it unfolds in itself. If it is true for x, it is true for x plus 1, x plus 2, like that. So this is what recursion is. And for example here, factorial x. So what is factorial x? It is x into factorial x minus 1, and if x is equal to 0, then return 1. Else this would be an infinite recursive, uh, this would be a series of infinite recursive calls, factorial x into x minus 1 into x minus 2, like that till x minus infinity. So it will keep going on, uh, we will run out of memory, and yeah, the program will terminate. But so we need to specify some base condition from where we need to return some kind of a fixed value. So for example here, the our base value is 0. When it is 0, return 1, or when it is 1, return 1. So I don't think it matters much from where we return 1, but I think 0 is much more, like 0 is much better, because uh, yeah, because then if we return factorial 1 as uh, factorial 1 as 1, then what is factorial 0? So if someone writes factorial 0, it would be nothing, right? So it's better to like return from 0, because it's the very base condition we can think about, but it's totally unrelated from what is recursion. So recursion is just an application of function over itself in some way, like connecting in some way and some base condition. So both of them combined together form recursion. And so this is what recursion is. We need a way to combine. We need a way to combine two things. We need a way to combine two values, in which one value is some finite kind of value which we know about. For example, factorial x, it was the first value is x, which we know it's a definite value, but the other value is just an application of the same function over itself with some reduced constraints. So factorial x is x into factorial x minus 1, and this multiplication This multiplication is actually this combination function that we are applying over here. Similarly, for Fibonacci numbers, fib of n is fib of n minus 1, and this combination function is this plus and fib of n minus 2. Fib of n minus 2, and this plus is the combination function first of all, and we are just applying the function over itself with some reduced constraints, and fib of 0 is equal to fib of 1 is equal to 1. So this is the base condition. So a combination operator, some application of the function over itself with reduced constraints and a base condition, and the total combination of all these things is called recursion. So this is what recursion is, and we use it to solve smaller subproblems and combine those subproblems to solve the bigger problem. So this is what recursion is, and we will be using all this data and all this information and see how we can apply it from the next video. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.